Hey guys! Thanks so much for joining me today. First and foremost, if you hear like panting and running around, it's because the dogs are very excited. They actually just had a visit from one of their neighborhood friends at the back fence, and I actually just brought them in, so they're like ah. Now, I've been doing a lot of thinking about what I was going to do for the paranormal video of the week, and I really wanted to, guys, like, believe me when I say this, I really wanted to do the ghost hunting trip from last week and do the EVP video, but I can't. And you're like, damn it, Emma. But believe me when I say to you, I really want it to. It's just that to have it up by, like, I would be uploading this video probably Tuesday. To have it up by Tuesday, I just can't do it because today I'm actually going out with my best friend. We're going to do a little shopping and something that we like to call tart sniffing. You know, Yankee Candle tarts. We like to go around and sniff them and buy some. And tomorrow I have a doctor's appointment, and then I'm going to go shopping again with my niece, Jolene, Mrs. 803. We're going to go to Ulta. I know, I just said in like my last haul video, I'm like, I need to stop, so I'm going to try to really like not buy too much there. In order to have this up in the beginning of the week, that EVP video and the ghost hunting video, it takes a lot of work to do that kind of a video. I just don't sit here and I talk and then I automatically, the EVP magically appears on the video and it's like all set to upload and it takes like 3 minutes to upload it. It takes a long time to do that kind of video. Uploading time alone takes about 6 hours, so I upload them overnight, and then to edit it, because I have a very I have a very bad way of speaking sometimes because of my medications. And if you guys are wondering what kind of medication I'm on, don't worry, because I'm not on like narcotics, like drugs. I'm on medications for my migraines, which kind of makes you talk funny sometimes. It makes you forget a lot of things that you shouldn't be forgetting, etc, etc. So sometimes I'll sit here and I'll be shooting a video and I'll be talking quite normal, and then all of a sudden I'll say something really weird. I'll stumble over my words and I have to edit all that out. So for the paranormal video of the week, I'm going to do something that I haven't done in a long time, and that means I have Sasquatch. You guys missed Sasquatch Notebook, didn't you? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to randomly, I just wrote on myself, I'm going to randomly pick a story out of Sasquatch Notebook and tell it to you. It could be one of mine, because I do have my experiences written down in here, and it could be one of my relatives, because I do have their experiences written down in here. So let me do that. This is not Sasquatch section of the notebook with experience, that's actually EVP. I have like my favorite story ever about a paranormal experience. Did not happen to me, it happened to my dad. But I'm not going to tell you guys that until like October, because I really want to like have such good stories during the entire month of October, because we all know that's like the spookiest month. Yes. I have a lot of freaking stories in here. Alright. I will talk about some experiences in here. Some of them are mine, some of them are what my family saw, but then it's going to kind of go into like an interactive video where you guys are going to leave comments for me, telling me what you think about things. And it's going to be a paranormal video kind of about residual hauntings, sort of. Or if we think they're not residual hauntings. So what I'm going to talk about today is seeing spirits in period clothing. Now, I have a couple of experiences written down in Sasquatch Notebook about people who've seen spirits in or around my parents' house and elsewhere in period clothing. And when I say period clothing, I mean that they were wearing clothing which is not appropriate for the time period we're in now. I personally have seen many spirits in period clothing. I told you the one story of the ghost boy that I saw in the hallway of my parents' house. Now that boy was wearing a newsboy cap, suspenders, a white collared shirt, so he struck me as the turn of the 20th century, I guess it would be. Now I'll tell you stories about something else that I saw around my parents' house, and then I'll tell you another story about what my brother and sister-in-law saw there. So I'll actually tell you their story first because it happened first. Now, my brother and sister-in-law were over at my parents' house visiting, and I believe it was when they were first married, and if I'm wrong, I'm sorry guys, but they were there visiting, and they were leaving, and they got into my sister-in-law's truck. Now, when they first met, my sister-in-law always had these trucks, and they were like, not just trucks, they were big trucks with huge tires, so they sat way off the ground. Now she has the most awesome car in the world, and it's a Mustang, and it's so awesome. But going back to the story, they got into the truck, and both of them, like, just noticed they saw someone walking behind the truck in the yard. Now, they couldn't really see exactly what the thing looked like because it was nighttime, but they saw the silhouette, and they both described it as a little boy, and he was dressed like a pilgrim. So when I say he was dressed like a pilgrim, what they described him as was wearing, you know, a hat like a pilgrim, like a little boy pilgrim. He also had a gun swung over his shoulder, and you know, like breeches like pilgrims had on those times of days or whatever. And he was just walking along, and they just noticed that he was gone. And, you know, I suppose you could say that, oh, that was someone dressed as a little pilgrim walking around your parents' yard, but come on, guys. There's no little pilgrims running around, you know. People don't usually like to dress up like pilgrims and just walk through my parents' yard. So they told the story, and everybody's like, oh my god, you know, of course we believe them, because my parents' house, everybody's had activity happen to them in there. Outside the house, it was very common to see someone running outside the house when you're like in the house and you're looking out the kitchen window and you see someone run by, and then you walk out there and you're like, nobody's here. They couldn't have gone that fast. So they're like, oh, maybe it was him, and maybe he's just dressed up like a little pilgrim boy, because he was a little pilgrim boy. A couple years later, I was out walking our dog Moochie, and I had her across the driveway, and we walked way back by where there was this light, like a street light. And I was just walking her, and I looked up across down this one road, and I'm not kidding, and you guys are gonna be like, oh my god, the shit this girl sees. But I saw these two people walking towards me from down the road. They were quite a ways down. They were probably 50 feet, maybe 20 feet. I don't know. You guys know I'm not good with feet or miles or whatever, but they were not too close to me, but I saw them walking. And they were dressed in period clothes like pilgrims, alright? And I swear to God on any kind of good book that happened, okay? And they were just walking towards me, but no, I was dragging that dog behind me as fast as I could to run back into that house. And that was, I was younger, teenager, maybe 14 when that happened. And it was very freaking weird. So I told my mom, like, I don't feel warm out there. But you know, around the house, people have also seen other people in period clothing, and I think I will save those stories for a later day, because they're pretty intense stories, and they also go along with another theme that I want to bring up on my channel at another time. But what I want to ask you guys now is, do you feel that when people are seeing spirits that are just sort of walking and they don't seem like they're intelligent of their surroundings, in other words, they're not directly talking to you like the ghost boy was talking to me, but they're just passing by or they're just walking down the road, do you think that's maybe a residual haunting? Or do you think that they're really there and they know they're there and they know you're there? I feel that maybe the pilgrims in the yard was kind of like a residual haunting, because I do believe in residual hauntings, and what residual hauntings are hauntings that are kind of like a print in time, meaning that something happened there at a certain time. In this case, it would have been back in the 1600s, and it's just playing over again for whatever reason. Maybe that little boy ended up getting attacked by Indians. That was a combination of Indians and Indians. You see how my mind works now. And maybe he died there. Unfortunately, I hate to say that, but maybe that's what happened. And that just plays over a certain date over and over again at a certain time and a certain date. And they were just there lucky enough to see it. Maybe, you know, those pilgrims are walking down that road back in the 1600s, like I said, and they just happened to be there again as a print in time. It's weird, because I feel that a lot of the times when you see people dressed in period clothing and it seems like they're acting out some sort of act that seems oblivious to what's going on around them, that is definitely a residual haunting. So how do you guys feel about residual hauntings? Do you think that what my brother and sister-in-law saw was residual and what I saw was residual haunting? And have you guys ever seen a ghost in period clothing? So let me know in the comments below. And don't forget to subscribe if you're not subscribed. And thanks for watching. And if you are subscribed, guys, I appreciate your support so much. And thanks to Ruji, who's my friend here on YouTube, I have topped over 200 subscribers this weekend. And I'm actually almost at 240 now. And I appreciate all your support, guys. You guys are the best. And if you have any ideas for paranormal videos that you'd like to see me do, I'll do it. I can give you my thoughts and opinions on any kind of subject with the paranormal because, like I said, I've been, studying this for my entire life almost. So thanks again for watching. Bye!